Greetings viewers, today is another Lenovo day, and to be more precise, the ThinkBook E15 Gen 2 AMD. Let's have a look. Let us start by having a look at the specs of this model. So it comes with an AMD Ryzen 7 CPU, 16GB of DDR4 RAM, has a 15.6-inch full high-definition IPS anti-glare screen, a 512GB of PCI Express solid-state disk, has a built-in 720p high-definition webcam, a fingerprint reader which is integrated into the power button, a backlit full keyboard, has a gigabit Ethernet port, Wi-Fi 6, Bluetooth 5.1, and comes with Windows 10 Professional pre-installed. There are a number of differences from the ThinkPad E15 Gen 2, which I reviewed in one of my previous videos. I will put the link to that video in the description. And this ThinkBook E15 Gen 2. Bear in mind, ThinkPad, ThinkBook, there is a big difference. One of those in-your-face differences jumps out once the lid is open. There are no dedicated left-right click buttons, nor is there a track point jammed in between G, H, and B keys. Some may argue that the dedicated buttons, and especially the track point, are not being used anyway. So not having them actually gives the laptop a cleaner, more minimalistic look. The chassis too is different, as is the lid cover design. And so are the ports. On the left, there are two USB-C/Thunderbolt ports, followed by an HDMI, a single USB-A, and a 3.5 jack for analog headphones or analog external speakers. Looking at the front of the laptop, only the webcam privacy shutter is visible on the lid. On the right side is the 4-in-1 card reader, another single USB-A port, followed by the gigabit Ethernet port, and a Kensington lock socket. The hinge at the back looks very similar to the ThinkPad E15 Gen 2, but is somewhat more curvy. The belly, right beneath the lid hinge, is a single rubber foot covering almost the full length of the chassis to help plant the laptop firmly on any surface. There are two more at the front for even more stability next to the stereo speakers. Now let's have a quick look at the keyboard and specifically the backlight. It has three settings, 2 levels of brightness and off. I did my best to try and capture the levels as accurately as my camera will allow me. And what you see in the video is actually very close to how it would look to your eye. There is only a slight difference between the dim and bright settings. I do not see an issue with the level of the bright setting, but the dim may prove to be a bit too bright in a dark room. The 15.6-inch IPS anti-glare full high-definition screen does not disappoint. Sharp, with decent level of maximum brightness, complemented by bright and rich colors. The viewing angles too are very, very decent. Oh, and one last thing definitely worth mentioning. I am not certain as to why Lenovo's spec sheet for this laptop says up to 7 hours of battery use, because I was not able to get more than 4 in reality. In conclusion, it is easier to complain about what I didn't like rather than things I've liked, because I've liked pretty much everything, but the trackpad and the speakers. The trackpad could be a bit larger, but that's a subjective opinion. The speakers too could be better. And the reason I'm saying it is because the sound is very flat. There's not a lot happening. And I have actually seen thinner laptops with much better sound. So I do know that it is possible. But other than those two things that I've just mentioned, considering the price, I would not complain about anything else. And that's a wrap for this one. Thanks so much for watching if you have been, and if you happen to enjoy this video, please do not shy away from clicking the like and subscribe buttons. I'll catch you in next one. Take care. Bye.